Hi teachers, today I'd like to tell you about my version of a popular activity known as Grammar Cop. Grammar Cop is something I like to do first thing in the morning because I like to decorate the room in a slightly different way for this activity. It all starts with the kids out in the hall and my door's closed, but I play the theme song to that show, Cops, you know, the whole bad boys thing. And that builds curiosity, which we all know neurologically is a good thing to do to get that brain ready for learning. And so then when I open the door, I am wearing my police outfit, which don't worry, there's not much to it. It's just a black vest. It says SWAT on the back, and I have a badge that's on a necklace, a black baseball hat, and big mirrored sunglasses, which makes me feel very Chips Eric Estrada. Okay, I really just dated myself. But anyway, okay, so they come in and they're like, you know, what's going on, and the novelty of the whole thing. Well, really, you could adapt this activity for any subject area, but I like to do it for grammar because I feel like grammar is the weakest component for me of all of everything that falls under the ELA umbrella, and I know that I personally need something to kind of jazz up my grammar, so I do narrow the activity just to grammar. And really, you could do a whole classroom transformation, but like I said, I need something for my grammar, so this is one of the things I do. So on a table in my room, I'll put like a bright blue plastic tablecloth and some of those yellow police tape things, and in the middle I have a big stack or boxes of donuts. And I'm very grateful on this day that this stereotype is that all policemen like donuts, because that's the reward for the Grammar Cop activity. So I have a couple of different resources that I use, but mostly any type of age-appropriate, grade-appropriate editing handout. And I don't do Smartboard because then not everybody gets a turn, and you don't want anybody to be embarrassed if they miss something. But they're all given the handout, and they're told at the beginning of the year, I let them get a donut if they score 80% or higher, and then as we move through the year, I will increase that, what it takes to be able to get the reward. And yes, you might be thinking that it's kind of cruel not to give everyone a donut in the end. However, this is when I think about my visit to Ron Clark and his speech. If you haven't seen his YouTube video called The Wussification of America, he talks about, you know, not everybody should get a trophy for everything. So this is my one area where I don't just let everybody get the reward in the end. They earn it. And I use the same resource every time I do this activity. So the first couple of times, they're sort of getting used to the format of the handout and you know, what they're being asked to edit for each time, and it's the same each time. But that also builds some predictability so that later, as we move through the year and they hear the music out in the hall, they know what's coming when I open the door. And it's good to do, I don't know, every 4 to 6 weeks, maybe every 6 weeks, because it is a cumulative review of the punctuation and capitalization, those basic skills that by 5th grade they should be able to do. So that's my Grammar Cop activity. I hope you'll give it a try.